Hello, my name is Derek Gorman, and I chose to do my LLP on psychology of parenting. In regards to concrete experience, my previous parenting experience was very limited. I grew up being the baby of my family, so the youngest child. I had no previous babysitting experience being the youngest child, and not even having any younger cousins close to me. And as of right now, I only have one child, so all my experience is coming from my one child. My life as a parent has changed dramatically since my daughter was born. For the most part, you have a lot less individual free time, and everything costs more because you're no longer spending for you and your wife, but rather for you, your wife, and your child. Also, going on with that, life is no longer just about me and my wife, but rather more about our daughter. For learning resources before becoming a parent, I use mostly internet forums, What Difference a Daddy Makes by Kevin Leman, and even more advice from my parents. Observation and reflection. For strength versus weakness, my strength as a parent comes from my extreme patience. Patience, patience, patience. If a child is having a hard time doing something, it's not their fault. They just don't know what's going on. So it is your job as a parent to be patient and understanding, stay calm, and just be able to get through everything. My weakness as a parent is being able to teach. Seeing as how I had no previous parenting experience, my ability for the tricks of the trade and being able to teach are small and limited, and I'm learning as I go. My mental health as a parent is basically amazing. My daughter truly gives me reason to try and make the world a better place, and just being around her makes me a happier person. Parents have a huge role in raising mentally healthy children. Parents are there to provide stability, reassurance, and self-confidence for the growing and developing child. Forming abstract concepts. Depending on which parents you're talking to, every parent has a different parenting style. One of these different styles comes into play when you're dealing with the child's safety. A lot of parents have very strict and rigid guidelines and the best plan of action to keep the child from never experiencing pain or hurt. To coincide with that, other parents have a more free spirit view of these safety concerns and are more willing to let their child experience and deal with the pain themselves. Neither style is right or wrong, it just depends on the parent and the child. Also, parenting styles have an impact on raising a child to be spoiled or not spoiled. If a child grows up getting everything they want, they'll grow up to be spoiled and expect to have everything handed to them. Where if a child is raised to expect to have to work for stuff, that has a huge impact for later in life. Birth order impact on a child is also something that helps a developing youngster. The firstborn child is normally raised to lead, and as the lastborn child is normally raised to follow. The firstborn child is expected to help the parents with the lastborn child and raising them, whereas the lastborn child again is raised just to follow the firstborn child. An only child doesn't have this benefit and is essentially raised to be on their own. Only children also have to have special care taken care of to make sure that they're able to share and deal with other children. Growing up, some children end up being naturally more popular than others. There could be many different factors, but I'll talk about two. One factor is family wealth. Children and adults in general are naturally attracted to that position of wealth and authority. A second factor is self-confidence. If a child is raised to have that self-confidence while growing up, other children will naturally be attracted to them because they seem sure of themselves and they have this natural confidence and ability to lead. Testing in new situations. Adapting learned parenting skills to the workplace has a huge benefit for the rest of my life. Two of the main things, patience and developing and training. Patience with a coworker is just like patience with a child. They don't necessarily know why they're wrong or what's going on. It's just your job to stay calm and try and understand to the best of your ability on what they're trying to get across. At the same time, with developing and training, you're also trying to grow and influence your children's life, just as you're trying to grow and influence your fellow coworkers' life. By taking what I've learned from my own parenting experiences, I'll be able to help out other people when they have children. For example, when my daughter gets older, if she chooses to have children, I will be able to provide the same advice that my parents were able to provide me with. Also, I'll be able to provide advice to other friends and family that are having kids. To apply my specific skills gained from parenting, they can be applied to having future children. They can be applied to my daughter's future children. The documentation that I've used for my LLP in psychology of parenting has been my daughter's birth certificate. This has been LLP in psychology of parenting by Derek Wood.